Hello, it's Theo. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of Mindfulness Without Borders. Welcome to all of you who have joined me in the past. It's Thursdays with Theo on our MWB live event page. It's good to be with you. So today's chat has been just inspired by an article that I actually read on last Sunday. It was the digital version of the New York Times article, which was called An Incalculable Loss. Its focus is on remembering the 100,000 American lives of those who died from coronavirus over the past 3 months. Whoa. And while we are turning our thoughts to entering into a new normal, entering back into friendship with the new normal, back into society, and with communities starting to open up, I just couldn't fathom myself moving forward without touching into these real losses and the real pains of those who are missing their loved ones. And specifically, to date, there's over 357,000 deaths because of the virus. So before I take you into today's chats, how about we just start by taking 3 collective breaths together? Let's just arrive to today's chat. Let go of what took us and brought us here to this moment and just be together with 3 breaths, breathing in and out for 3 times. So we've uploaded the article onto our Facebook page, but let's not pay attention to that now or open the article. If you feel like it, maybe close your eyes and visualize an interactive article on your computer screen in shades of black and white. And as you scroll down the pages, there are illustrations of stick figures representing the human lives lost. And as you scroll down the pages, there's a graphic, like a ticker, which would pop up with the numbers of the people that died each day until the numbers on May 27th reached to 100,000 American lives lost. Now, for certain, I'm not narrowing today's talk into just those lives that have been lost in the States. I'm looking at this with a worldview of all those lives that have been lost over the past 3 months, and turning my attention and of course our collective attention to their lives lost and to the grief and the pain of those that are suffering. They're suffering in ways that I just can't even imagine, which again is why I wanted to talk about this today. I can't imagine that there are 100,000 less hugs and kisses for a good morning or good night, 100,000 less people holding hands with their loved ones and their friends. It's just unfathomable, and just as the article says, it's incalculable losses. So the point is, in bringing this conversation alive today, is that typical to other tragedies, national tragedies of human loss, like natural disasters, school shootings, or police brutality of African American men, we spend a great amount of time grieving the victims and their stories. But because of the scale of the deaths by COVID-19, as I said, 356,000 plus deaths worldwide, the media is not able to spend enough time remembering the victims, and that's what I would like to do today. So yesterday, I went through the article probably for about the 4th time, but this time I did something a little different. I pulled out about 10 people that we've lost, and we'll speak to them today by highlighting their names and an excerpt from their obituary, which was collected by the authors of this New York Times article. So let me start. And I invite you to reflect on each name. So Marion Kruger, 85 years, Kirkland, Washington. She was a great-grandmother with an easy laugh. John Cofrancisco, 52, from New Jersey, an administrator at a nursing home. Jessica Beatrice Cortez, 32, from Los Angeles, or at least immigrated to the United States 3 years ago and was living in Los Angeles. She died March 28. Lorena Borjas, 59, from New York City, transgender, immigrant, activist. Frank Gabrin, 60 years old, from New York City, an emergency room doctor who died in husband's arms. There's Kyra Schwartz, 32, from New York, volunteered for pet rescue organizations. Vincie Teresa DeRose, 57, Arlington, Massachusetts. Always had a smile and a twinkle in her eye. There's David E. Carmen, 89, from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Would give up the shirt on his back if you needed it. Melford Henson, 65, fell ill in prison shortly before he was released. Rocco Anthony Ward Jr., 29, Gloucester City, New Jersey, graduate of Gloucester City High School, 2009. And last person I pulled is Annie Glenn, 100 years old, from St. Paul, Minnesota, champion of people with speech disorders. So let's just take a moment to breathe in another 3 times, just thinking of those few people that I mentioned, and sending your loving kindness to the families and friends that are suffering because of that loss. So I took a quote from the article which said, 100,000. A number is an imperfect measure when applied to the human condition. A number provides an answer to how many, but it can never convey the individual arcs of life, the 100,000 ways of greeting the mornings and saying goodnight. So what touches me most about today's chat is that for those people left behind, they actually didn't have a chance in having a communion, a time and a space to be with that person. There was the suspension of any family ritual, whether it be burial or a cremation. And so there was so much isolation around these deaths. And obviously for those people that are left, there's going to be a crushing absence of friendship and of connection. And for me personally, and perhaps for you, there's just no making sense of this problem. And it feels like it's just now too big for any one person to fully comprehend. And while it's still clear how we're going to move forward in the new normal, that we are going to move forward, I just feel, again, that we shouldn't forget the people who have lost their lives. And so I'm hoping that today I can lead you through a meditation on impermanence, as it is a great time of suffering, and we know too that things will change, and that this meditation hopefully will be helpful in noticing your awareness on impermanence, and perhaps can help you find a sense of composure in the fact that everything does change, and that there is a place for you to hold change in your heart and be at ease with change, as it's part of our everyday life experience. So let me bring you to a few moments of meditation together. As you know, I always start off with finding a comfortable position and allowing your spine to grow tall. And perhaps, especially because of today's conversation, raise your shoulders to your ears and drop them a few times, and wiggle your body and shake loose any tensions that might have, cropped up in your body. And if it helps, close your eyes so that you're not too distracted by your surroundings. And just take a moment to breathe in and breathe out, just as your body knows how. Bring your attention to the flow of your breath. There's nothing you need to do to breathe in any other way than your body knows how. The idea is to connect to the natural rhythm of your breath. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, know that you are breathing out. And for today's meditation, let the breath steady your awareness in the present moment. And now bring your awareness to the predominant feelings and sensations in your body right now. Simply notice. Notice whether there are pleasant sensations or unpleasant sensations. The idea is to notice them without a need to arrange them. And with the notion of impermanence, we know that these pleasant or unpleasant body sensations will rise, linger, and fall away. Change is the way. And now notice how you're feeling in this very moment. Notice whether they are pleasant or challenging emotions. And without criticism or judgment, just be in relationship with those moments in a way that you can accept it all. You can even remind yourself, it's okay. This is what I'm experiencing right now. And be with whatever unsettling emotions you might have. Be with any joy or happiness, but be with it all. And now on the next sip of breath, I invite you to open yourself to the feelings that arise when you think of impermanence. And if impermanence is too strong a word, notice or be open to yourself and the feelings that arise when you think of the fact that everything changes in time. Sit with the feeling of nothing is permanent. And should these feelings be difficult, you can remind yourself, it's okay. I can accept this feeling and just be with it. No judgment, just be with it. The idea is to find that open spaciousness and to sit with it. And now with the next breath, rest in loving awareness that you can find peace in your own heart amidst change. You can find peace in your own heart amidst change. And if this is challenging to do, or you feel a sense of overwhelm in connecting with this idea and this notion, you can reconnect with the body. Reconnect with your body. The body sitting still, the body breathing, and reminding yourself to just be with it all. I often use the word, I can be okay with it. And sitting still and breathing in, I'm opening a portal to acceptance and awareness. And while you can't stop the waves of emotions and experiences and sensations, you can learn to surf. Now for a moment, I invite you to find yourself amidst all the difficulties of life, the pleasure and the pain, the gain and the loss, knowing again that these emotions and experiences arise, linger, and fall away. And if you get caught up with difficult emotions or have a narrative that's hard, is overwhelming, again, just come back to the body sitting. Come back to the body breathing. Find yourself in the awareness that everything changes. And now I want to bring your attention back to the breath. I invite you to soak in your appreciation for all that you have been given. Breathing in, let yourself soak in the present moment. Breathing out, let it be like a letting go. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and reconnect with the world around you. And just notice how your body feels right now. And for today's end of this session, I'd like to end it with a few moments of silence. A few moments of reflection to the over 356,000 people worldwide who have lost their lives because of the coronavirus. And let this session end in silence as we collectively send our prayers, our blessings, and loving kindness to all those that are suffering. Let us send our prayers and blessings and loving kindness to have and to hold everyone in our thoughts, and that they be well, be safe, be healthy, and be at peace. Thank you again, and see you next week.